intimate relationships, conversations at your fingertips, inspiration on a magnet tip, healing communication. Let's get elevated, going to a new level. Relax, sit back, cause we're hanging. We're hanging on Miss Cooper.
You are listening to another episode of Hanging with Miss Cooper. What's up, everybody? So, let me tell y'all something. Ever since social media really took off and everything's really been popping, you ever notice, well, I'm pretty sure you do notice this, but I'm just going to be throwing it out here like this. You ever notice how people are just shady as hell? I mean, subliminals, straight outright talking about each other. And sometimes they do it and people don't even realize that they're doing it. And then here's this jealousy. And I mean, straight up jealousy over what somebody's wearing, how they're fixing their hair, over their weight loss, or sometimes weight gain. And it's just like, why are y'all throwing so much shade at one another? I mean, is it really worth it? So, what y'all think? And don't sit up here and tell me that you ain't shady on social media, because I know you are. I know I can be. And I try not to be. I really, really try not to be. But it's so easy. And yeah, it's very easy because they just take you to that place and you just want to get that instant gratification of revenge, right? Are you feeling me on this? Maybe? Okay. So I'm just going to give a personal example of, just how shady things can get. So I post some business things on my personal page, and I have recently been posting, more and more entrepreneur type quotes, things, that I'm doing, just trying to keep, a positive outlook, because running your own business is very hard. Entrepreneurship is very expensive. And sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. Well, there was a person on my friends list who shall remain nameless, and I actually struck up kind of a friendship with this person. And when I mean kinda, it was one of those I know you through so-and-so type things. So that's why I say kinda. But they were wanting to actually, make their own money, start their own business. And me, if you know me personally, I am a very nice person. I try to be friends with everybody. But if I don't like you, I don't like you. Well, in this instance, because I knew this person through a person, the person I knew them through had warned me how shady this person could be. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna, just base it off of what you said because you have your reasons, but I need to find out my own. So I tried to, be friendly with this person. And I was for a minute. We were liking each other's posts. We were, commenting. I thought we were building each other up. But it was not the case. And unfortunately, I kind of found out a little too little, too late, if you know what I mean. So what this person started doing is they actually took conversations and ideas that I had suggested to them as far as a business, and they started using them. But when I mean by they were using them without giving credit. And it was obvious stuff too. So I felt some sort of way. But I kept it to myself because I was like, yeah, I don't want to be petty. That's so small of me. And if they are trying to get some success in it, then why not? So one day we were actually in a competition. Now, I actually participate in what's called diet bet competitions. And I do this every now and then, just to jumpstart like some weight loss or to, motivate myself to get back on track, because I do have a problem with my weight going up and down. I keep losing the same number of pounds and then putting them right back on. It's a cycle I need to get out of. But anyways, that's besides the point. Well, we were in this competition and we were actually in a group. And a lot of the people in the group were this person's friends. Well, what they were actually doing is they were hosting this as a form of trying to jumpstart their business. I use this as a networking opportunity, just, to meet new people, see how I can, network and find new people for my own business that had nothing to do with this person's business as a startup. Well, they felt some sort of way because people were responding to me. And remember I said that I'm a very nice person. I have a very nice, personality at times. I'm cracking jokes in there. I'm talking noise, like I'm going to take your money, that sort of thing. Well, it just made that person more and more upset. Well, here's where things got kind of iffy. At the end of the competition, I posted that I was actually going to be holding a different type of competition and also my own competition of the same thing, which was another diet bet. And I said, hey, if you guys are interested, here's this and this. And, it was great, meeting you guys and all that. Well, this person had a problem with me doing that. And she actually spoke to me and said, hey, I don't appreciate you doing this. But she didn't call me. They actually messaged me on Facebook and told me this, which was the next best thing, I guess. I don't know. But when I saw this, I'm just like, wow, really? Really? Is it that big of a deal? But I guess to them it was, because they didn't want me posting at all, because they wanted to still start another competition with the same people, and they felt that I was stealing their thunder. Okay, I'll let that slide. I don't have a choice, blah, blah, blah. So I fell back. But I felt some sort of way, because I'm like, that's not cool. That's really not cool. Well, after the competition ended and stuff, I, let it ride, and I was just like, okay, whatever. Well, I guess this person didn't forgive me, because not only did they start watching my social media post, but they also started taking things that I posted and posting it on their page. And they were being very subliminal about it. And I'm not talking about reposts. I mean, they were actually rewording my statuses or my graphics and making them their own. And I'm just like, wow. So here's where I get shady. And this is where I get petty. I start posting stuff that I know will make this person upset. Yeah, I know. I'm being childish. I was being childish. I really was. But I didn't care, because I was fueled by the fact that this person was taking my hard-earned work, and I felt they were cheapening it. And I was just like, you know what? If you're going to be me, you better, come at it, because you can only be an original me. That didn't sound right. There can only be one me. So this went on for a while. And then I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to post anymore for a while, because I want to see what this person does without content to fuel their engagement. Because I was getting engagement on my posts, but because this person was a little bit more popular than I was, that same engagement that they were taking from me was getting twice as much. And I'm like, wow. So I decided to sit back and watch for a while. And I did. And what I saw was somebody who was making a business for themselves. They were advertising this business, but they were also taking a little bit of manipulation, and they were disguising it as sweet and innocent, or sweet and sassy. And do you know how much that burnt me up? Because I saw right through that. I'm just like, wow. And see, I'm not a person who can manipulate people. I'm sorry. I when it comes to business, I'm too honest for my own good. So it actually, it was interesting to watch this. But then I also saw something else. This person's real, true colors were starting to show in a not such a good way. Because then they started blocking people. They started deleting people who weren't on board with what their accomplishment was. And see, that's where I have a problem. You can't delete people because they don't share your same thoughts and dreams, because those same people that were there with you at the bottom, when you come crashing back down, them same people are still going to be there. But some people have to learn that the hard way. Well, I eventually became one of those people that was blocked and deleted. Through no fault of my own, because I haven't spoken to this person in months. I haven't spoken to this person literally since before I got married. So it's just like, I've been married for 3 months now. But what? Because I haven't liked the status, because I haven't given out content away for free anymore, now I'm deleted and blocked. I'm glad that I only know this person through a person, because it was kind of, I felt some sort of way, like, wow. I actually felt offended. I tell you this story because this is what social media has done to people. Yes, it has brought people together. Yes, it has, created stories that wouldn't have happened without it. But it's also brought out the worst in people. And you may be thinking, well, you're telling this on your show. Aren't you still being shady? Aren't you still being, feeling some sort of way? No. Because if I was feeling some sort of way, I would have actually revealed how I know this person. I would have revealed how I know this person's name. I also would have tagged, said, hey, don't do business with this person, blah, 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 because of this, this, and this. Yeah, that's shady. I use it as an example, though, to tell you that, hey, you can't always do certain things to people. People are not always going to follow your agenda. They're also not always going to appreciate or support your business endeavors. I'll give another example. Over the last 2 years, I have co-founded a media company with my husband, which before it was with my boyfriend. And we have co-authored a book.